Welcome everyone. In this session, I will discuss about the operating system and need for an operating system, functions of operating system. Okay, so let us start everyone. So operating system, being a machine, a computer cannot do anything on its own. It requires a specific instructions to perform each and every task. Further, the instructions are converted into a language which a machine understands. It means that the user cannot communicate with a computer directly. An interface is required between the user and computer hardware. So everyone, uh, according to this paragraph, I am going to discuss. Okay, so a computer cannot do anything by itself. Okay, if you will give the instruction to the computer will process it and then perform the operation. Okay, after performing the operation, it will generate the output. It cannot do anything by itself. Okay, that means computer will not do anything by itself. Okay, you have to give any type of instruction like input input or some of the pre-processings you have to give or you have to schedule, otherwise it will not work. So it requires, so I already told you, it requires a specific instructions to perform every task. Okay, so when we give the any instruction to the computer, the software converts it into the machine language, and the machine performs the processing on that given instruction. Okay, we cannot communicate with computer directly. Okay, so computer why we cannot communicate with a computer directly? Because of computer is just a machine, and machine can understand only machine language, not human language. Okay, like as a dog cannot understand the language of a cat. Okay, an elephant cannot understand a language of a bird. So that is every system is having their own language and their own features, on regulations. Okay, so like that, computer is just a machine. It needs computer needs the machine language to understand clearly. Okay, so that's why we gives our language into a in the form of instruction, and in the instruction has been converted into a machine language, and machine it can understand easily. Okay, so an interface is required between the user and the computer hardware. So there is an interface to required for the user and the computer hardware. So if you think about it, you are developing a phone, okay, or you are developing a gadget. So you have to put the some of the softwares to run this gadget. Okay, like you're a smartphone, like you're a smartwatch. If you will turn off your smartphone and if you will turn on your smartphone, what you will see? You will see, after turning on the smartphone, you will see it is starting. Like if think about it, just for as an example, you are having a Samsung smartphone. If you will turn off this smartphone and if you will turn on this smartphone, what it will show? It will display starting like with a Samsung logo. Okay, and after starting, it will load all of the applications and then it will display properly. So without software, it is nothing. Okay, it is just a physical part of device. To run any kind of device, we need software. Okay, inside vehicle also, inside bike also. So every hardware requires the software. What is software? Software is it is the set of instructions. Okay, I already explained in the previous sessions. There are two types of software: application software and system software. System software is the very basic unit of a hardware device. Okay, for a hardware device, system software is every hardware device. It is required the operating system. That means system software. Okay, so your phone, every phone, if you are purchasing any Android phone, it needs Android operating system. If you are purchasing any computer, you need Windows operating system. Okay, so like that, Every operating system needs an operating system. Every hardware device you needs an operating system to run this. Okay, and the application software works between them to perform the task. Okay, user can perform their task easily. Next, the operating systems acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware. So operating system works like as a works like as a interface between the user and the computer. Okay, because of we cannot give the every command. Machine works on command. Okay, every machine works on command, and we cannot remember the command. So that's why there is an interface for application. By using system software or application software, we can deal or we can give the instructions to our computer, and then computer will process convert after converting into a machine language. It will process it, and then it will generate the output. Okay, so system software, it is just an interface between the user and the computer, or we can say hardware. Okay, the computer interprets the instructions given by the user with the help of operating system. It controls and manages overall process and internal working of the computer system. It is the main software that makes computer and work and also provides a platform running application software. Microsoft Disk Operating System, which is all known as MS-DOS, Microsoft Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, and Unix, Mac OS, Solaris, and AIX are some of the examples of operating system. So everyone, first think about it. What is an operating system? Okay, operating system. What is an operating system? I am explaining this line with little bit of deeply. Operating system is just a system software which helps to run the run your computer hardware. Okay, it loads the every files on your computer. It runs so many much of the task in your background. Suppose I am using this computer. Okay, I am using Windows. Okay, so I am showing to you my operating system, how much files it is processing already. So you can say there are processes. Okay, it is showing some processes. You can see it is showing some process. You can see, so it is the process 1, process 2, process 3, process 4, like that. So many of process it is already processing. So many. Generally I am using just Brave browser, a screen recorder, Microsoft Edge, and task manager, but in the background process you can see it is already much more of application it is processing. So it is the part of operating system. Okay, it is the part of operating system that because of, if you are using your mouse, if you are using your keyboard, if you are using your screen, then it will also need some of the processings to run your computer or run your hardware. So that's why operating system manages all of the parts of computer. Okay, it is the main software that makes computer work, also provide running application software. Okay, there are some of the examples already given: MS-DOS, Microsoft Windows, Linux, Ubuntu is already an operating system. Kali Linux, okay, Zorin Linux, okay, Mac OS, Solaris, AIX. These are the operating systems. Your Android is also an operating system. Okay, na? So need for an operating system. Okay, need for an operating system. Mm, why we need an operating system? Okay, just come. There is a little bit of fact we should I am showing to you. Know the fact. Okay, basic input output system, BIOS. So everyone, in every computer or every device, like your and a smart TV, like your smartwatch, like your smartphone, like your computer, every device is having BIOS. Okay, BIOS means basic input and output system. BIOS is the software which which has already installed on your device to load the operating system. Okay, to understand the operating system, what our operating system wants to give the instruction to your to your machine or your computer. So that software is known as BIOS. It is a small memory chip on the motherboard which instructs the computer about how to perform the basic functions such as booting and configuring the hardware. Okay, so there is very little bit of instructions are there, but every operating no other operating system can be loaded without the BIOS. So if you are using your smartphone, if you are using your smart TV, if you will turn on your smart TV, like if you think about it, you are having Samsung LED TV, okay, or Samsung smart TV or LG smart TV. So when it will start, it will display Samsung logo, it will display LG logo. So what is this? It is the screen of BIOS. After that it will load your operating system. Okay, so come next, need of an operating system. Earlier programmers had to design the application in accordance with internal hardware structure of a computer. So in the olden days, programmers had to design the application according to the hardware, which kind of hardware they are using. According to the hardware they programs the software. Okay, the operating system was needed to allow the programmers to design the applications without any details on the internal structure of the computer. So operating system is required to allow the programmers, that means allow to the developers to design their applications without any details. Okay, so if you have developed an operating system, there is no requirement of your internal structure of computer. Okay, so it is very easy to design it. So that's why operating system is important, and operating system as acts as a central coordinator between the hardware and the software. So if you want to perform any kind of operation, suppose you are having a smartphone, you want to dial a number or call to someone. Okay, so you need your smartphone, that means your physical hardware device, and uh, then you needs is of system software, that is Android, and then on that Android smartphone you need an application software. Okay, you need an application software to call to someone. Okay, so that means operating system is acting like as a central coordinator between the hardware and software. It manages the overall resources, resolves conflicts, and tries to optimize the performance of the system. Okay, so I already told to you, you can see performance. Okay, so my operating system is controlling everything. You can see process, performance, app history, startups, apps, users, details, and services. So these all are controlling by the operating system. Okay, operating system is just giving the instructions to our computer what it has to do. Next, when you turn on your computer system, the basic input output system BIOS starts up your computer and checks whether all the attachments are in place and operational. Then it loads the operating system into your computer's main memory, that is RAM, okay, random access memory from the hard drive. After loading the operating system, the application or utility software empowers the compute user to perform a variety of functions on the computer, such as solving problems, creating documents, playing games, etc. So when I already given example for LG TV or Samsung device, okay. So once again I am going to give you an example about the BIOS, basic input and output system. Okay. So BIOS, if you are using any kind of device, okay, like Samsung smartphone, LG smartphone, when you will turn off and turn on this device, it will display the first screen. It will display its BIOS name with like as Samsung, like as LG, and then it will load your operating system. Okay, it checks the all of the files is has placed on the proper place or not. Okay, has placed on the proper location, memory location or not. And after that, after checking all of the files, it will loads the operating system, and then it will start our device. Okay. So after starting the device, we can use our application. Okay, we can use our utility software. We can create documents, play games, and we can do anything as we required. Okay, needs functions of an operating system. So they are following major functions of an operating system: process management, memory management, file management, device management, security and protection, job scheduling, provision of user interface, operating. Okay, so these all are the functions of operating system. Okay, these all are the functions of operating system. Process management. Okay, I am showing to you what is process management. If I am using an application that is a Explorer, so I am not using only an Explorer application. It is I am using many kinds of applications. So that's why my operating system is managing all of the processes I am showing to you. So see, you can see all of the processes are there. You can see processes. See which process is working fastly, which processing is taking long memory, much memory, everything, all of the details are there on my screen. So it is working, it is happening by my operating system. Okay. Next, memory management. So here you can see 87% of memory. Okay, if I will close the one of the application like this application, then it will decrease the memory size. So previously it was 87%, now it is 81%. So memory management is there. It is the work of our operating system, not my. Okay. Next, file management. Okay, so if I am using many of the applications, okay, it will uses the files. A files may be anything: a document, a audio file, a video file, or a computer machine file also. Okay, machine file we cannot understand, only machine can understand. Okay, so that's why it it manages the files also. And then device management. So device management, that means if I am using my mouse pointer, if I am moving, like if I am moving this window, so how this window is moving, it is working by the device management applications. Okay, device management process. So if I have placed my screen, this screen to left side, so how it is placing left side, it is all of done by the device management. Okay. Next, security and protection. So our operating system provide the security and protection. Suppose if any kind of viruses will come into my operating system, it will notificate that about the virus. So wait, I am showing to you, it will notificate or not. I am checking I am having virus or not in my computer system. Mm, yeah, I think it is there. No, it is not working. Just wait. Wait, I am watching. Is there any virus or not? Microsoft Office extras. In my computer system, there is no virus. No. In my computer system, there is no virus. Okay, so that's why it is not notificating any security. Okay, so but I am showing to you the security uh, protection provides the operating system, that is Windows Windows security. Okay, so if you are having any kind of virus on your computer, it will notify that your computer is having some viruses. Okay, so you should to keep your real-time protection on your operating system. Otherwise, it will not protect your system. Job scheduling. Okay, so it is all we will discuss in the next page. It has already mentioned process management. So this is one of the most important functions of operating system. The operating system ensures that every or applications receives enough processor time to function properly. It also tries to use as many processor cycles as possible for real-time work. These processes are controlled, managed, and executed by the operating system. So, if we are using an operating system, there is so much more of the process background process runs. Okay, background and foreground process runs in on the every operating system. Okay, so you can see I already shown to you, but you can see once again process management. So there is the sum of the process is already working on my computer. Okay, so every processes controlled by the are controlling by the operating system, not me, not by me. Okay, so only I am using just Microsoft Edge, but there are much more of the applications which is running in background, and operating system is doing the management of these all process. Okay, so process management is very important because of if you are using any kind of device, it works with multiple applications, not with a single application. Next, memory management. An operating system manages the sharing of internal memory among multiple applications. Okay, it keeps the track of the memory used by each process and also takes care of the fact that one process should not consume the memory allocated to another process. It makes efficient use of different types of memory, RAM, cache within the system to ensure proper execution of every process. So, what is memory management? See, suppose I am using some applications. Okay, so you can see there is 82% it is using memory. Okay, so suppose if I will close any processing, like I am closing this Brave browser processing. Okay, then it will free our memory. It will make free our memory. Okay, so you can see it has decreased. Our memory has currently operating system is using 75% of memory from our computer. So there is given the memory management to that it can run smoothly our next program. Okay, next device management. So one line is there. It also maintains the integrity of the data stored in these files, including the file directory structure. Okay, so when every operating systems what it performs when we are using when operating system runs on my computer or on my device, it creates some of the files, and it creates the log files to list all of the files and its uses and its some of the details. Okay, like as a structure, directory structure, to manage all of the files. Okay, suppose think about it. You are using a book from library. Okay, after using the book, where it you will place that book and on the same place, not other place. So like as operating system on file management, operating system performs like this. It loads all of the log files like as a directory, and keeps all files separately. Okay, it loads all of the files like as a directory structure, and keeps all of the files in the specific location where it has already placed. Okay, suppose I am think about it. I am using an application like as mm, I am using this file, so it is running. Okay, after closing this file, it will allocate on the previous location, not new location. Okay, so these all actions has done by the operating system. Next, device management. Okay, device management. So an operating system plays a very important role in coordinating and controlling the various input output devices attached to the computer. It receives requests from these devices, perform a task, and forwards them to the requesting process. OS handles the IO operations of a computer system. So if we are using our computer, suppose I am using my computer, you can see my display is working, you can see my mouse pointer is working, my keyboard is working, like you can see my keyboard is working. So these all during on the running process of operating system or my computer, device management is working on my computer system. That means my every device is working in my system properly. It is handled by the operating system. Okay, OS handles the IO operation, that means input and output operations from a computer system. Okay, input and output system, that means my mouse, my computer, my camera, okay, my screen. Okay, so these all are the device, it comes inside the device management. OS handles it. Next, security and protection. The built-in security modules of any operating system protect resources and the information stored on the computer system from unauthorized access. Okay, so what is security protection? Security protection, every operating system provides the protections from like as from virus, from unauthorized access, that means unauthorized networks, firewalls, etc. Okay, so if you will work as an employee, you can see every bank or every large industrial organization, they uses firewall to secure their network, secure their files. Next, job scheduling. Okay, job scheduling means uh, see what is this? An operating system determines and maintains a specific order in which various jobs are executed in the computer system. It takes care of the processor time being allocated to the applications based on their priority. Okay, so priority, that means there is some options, that is FIFO and LIFO, first in first out, last in first out, or first last in first out. Okay, or first in last out. So uh, job scheduling means we can say multi-processing, that means we can say job scheduling. Suppose I have clicked here, and then if I will remove my mouse, what it will happen? My mouse pointer is going to change. Okay, so it will come, I am just giving an example. When I place my mouse pointer here, it is going to like as a cursor, and when I removes my cursor from outside, from that place to outside, it moves to like as a pointer. So it is already a process, it is already scheduled into the computer and it works. Okay, it is just a small example, but there's much more of process which I has already scheduled on my computer, like on every operating system. Okay, to perform. Okay. Next, provision of user interface. So an operating system provides a systematic user interface that facilitates and structures the interaction between the user and the computer. It can either be a character user interface or graphical user interface. So every operating system is having two parts. First one is GUI, second is CUI. Okay, GUI also known as GUI is also known as graphic user interface or graphics user interface, and CUI it is known as character user interface or command user interface. Okay, remember this thing. CUI stands for character user interface or command user interface. Okay, so operating system is having two interface, that is GUI and CUI. What is GUI and what is CUI? CUI on character user interface. In character user interface, we just gives the command to the computer to perform the task. And GUI, we don't need to give the command. We just use the graphical user interface to perform our task. Like as I am giving just an example. Suppose if I want to see uh, if I want to see in my E drive how which kinds of file are there. So I will open. So I am opening this file. Okay, I am opening this next this user file. So it is displaying by using graphical user interface. Okay, by how we can see by using command user interface. Just see, I am showing to you. Start command. Okay, so it is the command prompt, and then I am going to see what is which kind of files are there on my E drive. Okay, cd means change directory. Okay, just wait. Okay, now my command user interface has came into the E drive, and then I will use dir is the command to check all of the file which kind of files are there. So see, all of the files which kind of files are there, it is showing. Next I want to go with user. You can see on new value me on my E drive there is one folder user, so it will show the user. You can see the user file is there. So now I am going to enter the user. So cd user and then dir. So you can see there is dot file and Eclipse workspace, idea projects, Oracle and TT. So these all files are already there. Okay, you can see Eclipse workspace, idea project, Oracle and TT. So all files is showing here. So it is the command line user interface. By using the command, I can manage all of the files. Okay, and it is the graphical user interface. Okay, there is no much more knowledge required to use the graphical user interface. Okay, only little bit of required. Okay, so your phone interface is just as a graphical user interface, GUI. Okay, now. So I hope you have understood what is CUI, command user interface, and what is GUI, graphical user interface. So in the next session, everyone, I will discuss about the types of operating system. Okay, types of operating system, and then I will try to discuss. I will definitely discuss user interface, and after that, two lectures will be required more. Okay, and then I will provide to you the question and answers. Thank you, everyone.